Welcome everyone. So today we are going to solve a very nice indices problem where the LHS is 3 raised to 9 plus x is equals to x plus x. Is equals to x raised to x. Okay. So now first we'll start with this side. Okay. Here I can't do much. Okay. So one very important thing you need to remember is when you have a raised to m plus n as the index, you can split the index as nothing but what a raised to m into a raised to n. Okay. When there is a plus sign, you can split it this way. If there was a minus sign, you would have divided. Okay. So this is very important for all of you all to remember. Now another thing, or there is a hint. Okay, whenever you have a variable raised to variable as a part of your question, your answer has to be written in terms of what? Again, b raised to b means the RHS or the other side of the equal to. Okay, in this case your LHS, right, has to be in the form of what? Number and raised to a number, and both of these numbers have to be same. Then in that case I can directly imply or say that a equals to b. So here again, let's start with this one. So I'll write this as nothing but about 3 raised to 9 into 3 raised to x equals to x raised to x. Okay, this is very clear. I've used this particular law of indices. Now what I'll do is, see, I can't do much in this case, so I'll shift the variables on one side. So I'll leave 3 raised to 9 on this side, and I'm left with what? X raised to x upon 3 raised to x. Now another very important thing you need to remember is a raised to m upon b raised to m. If the index is same, I can write this as nothing but what? The whole fraction raised to the same index. So I'll use the same logic. I'm left with what? X upon 3 the whole raised to x. Now this is 3 raised to 9. Now I can't do much over here. Okay. But if you remember, I had given you this particular hint. Whenever you have a variable raised to variable, you try to write everything in terms of what? The whole base and index comes out to be the same. Now since here your base is x upon 3, so we'll take what? 1/3. We'll take 1/3 index on both sides, or cube root. Okay. So here what you will see is, see, this is coming out to be in the form of what? A raised to a. And here also, if you see, things are getting cancelled. So here I'm left with what? 3 raised to 3, and here I'm left with x upon 3 the whole raised to x upon 3. So now what will happen is that I can say therefore x upon 3 equals to 3. Therefore I can say x equals to 9. Okay. Now let's put it over here. So I'm left with what? 3 raised to 9 plus 9. That gets you what? 3 raised to 2 times 9. So 3 square is again what? I can write this way, right? So 3 square is nothing but what? 9 raised to 9. And your RHS is what? X raised to x. That is nothing but what? Again, x value is nothing but 9 raised to 9. That gets you your x raised to x. So I can say that my answer of x equals to 9 is absolutely correct for this particular sum of indices. Okay, so that's it for today. I will see you in the next video.